Our planet has a long and fascinating history. For billions of years, life has thrived and evolved, shaping the world we know today. From the simplest single-celled organisms to the complex and diverse life forms that inhabit our planet now, the journey of life has been nothing short of extraordinary. This journey has produced some truly remarkable creatures. Among these, some of the most awe-inspiring were giants, far larger than any animals alive today. These giants roamed the earth, swam in its oceans, and soared through its skies, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate us. These giants were not just large in size, they were also incredibly diverse. From the towering dinosaurs that dominated the land to the massive marine reptiles that ruled the seas, and the gigantic flying creatures that patrolled the skies, each of these giants had unique adaptations that allowed them to thrive in their respective environments. Some of the most awe-inspiring were giants, far larger than any animals alive today. The Argentinosaurus, for example, was one of the largest land animals to ever exist, while the Quetzalcoatlus was a pterosaur, with a wingspan that rivaled that of a small airplane. The Megalodon, a giant shark, was the apex predator of the ancient oceans. These giants played vital roles in their ecosystems. They were not just passive inhabitants, they were active participants in the web of life. Their size and strength allowed them to shape their environments in ways that smaller creatures could not. They were the architects of their ecosystems, influencing everything from the distribution of plants to the behavior of other animals. They continue to fascinate us with their size and adaptations. The sheer scale of these creatures is mind-boggling, and their unique features offer a glimpse into the incredible diversity of life that once existed on our planet. From the long necks of sauropods to the massive jaws of the Megalodon, each adaptation tells a story of survival and evolution. Let's journey back in time and explore the world of these incredible ancient giants. By studying their fossils and the environments they lived in, we can piece together the story of their lives and the roles they played in their ecosystem. This journey through time not only helps us understand the past, but also provides insights into the present and future of life on Earth. These creatures were not just big, they were colossal. Their size was a result of millions of years of evolution, driven by the need to survive and thrive in a world that was constantly changing. Their massive bodies required vast amounts of food and space, and their presence would have been a dominant force in their ecosystems. Some were taller than buildings. The Quetzalcoatlus, with its towering height and impressive wingspan, would have been a sight to behold as it soared over the prehistoric landscapes. The Argentinosaurus, with its massive size, would have towered over the trees, its long neck allowing it to reach the highest branches for food. Others were longer than buses. The Diplodocus, with its long whip-like tail and elongated body, stretched to lengths that dwarfed modern vehicles. The Megalodon, with its enormous size, was a true giant of the ancient seas, its length surpassing that of a city bus. Their fossils tell us about their lives. Each fossil is a piece of the puzzle, providing clues about how these giants lived, what they ate, and how they interacted with their environments. The study of these fossils has revealed a wealth of information about the biology and behavior of these ancient creatures. We can learn about their environments, their food, and even their behavior. By examining the fossilized remains of plants and other animals found alongside these giants, we can reconstruct the ecosystems they lived in. This allows us to understand the complex interactions that took place and how these giants fit into the larger web of life. Imagine a snake so large it could swallow a crocodile whole. That was Titanoboa, the largest snake ever discovered. This giant reptile lived in the steamy swamps of South America over 60 million years ago. Titanoboa was a constrictor. It squeezed its prey with incredible force. Its powerful muscles could crush bones. No animal in its environment was safe from its deadly embrace. This serpent was the undisputed king of its swampy domain. Long before the age of dinosaurs, the oceans were ruled by a different kind of giant. Dunkleosteus was a massive armored fish. It lived during the Devonian period, about 360 million years ago. Instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus had sharp, bony plates in its mouth. These plates could snap shut with incredible speed and force. Dunkleosteus was a fierce predator. It could bite through the armor of other fish and even crush their bones. Doriaspis might seem strange to us, but it played a vital role in the history of life. This small, armored fish was a pioneer in the evolutionary timeline, marking a significant step in the development of vertebrates. This fish lived around 400 million years ago. During this period, the Earth was a vastly different place, dominated by primitive plants and early marine ecosystems. It was one of the earliest creatures to have a backbone. This evolutionary advancement provided it with greater mobility and structural support, setting the stage for future vertebrate species. Doriaspis was not a giant like Titanoboa or Dunkleosteus. Instead, it was relatively small, but its size did not diminish its importance in the evolutionary narrative. But it was an important step on the path to larger, more complex animals. The evolutionary journey from small, simple organisms to the diverse array of life we see today is a testament to the adaptability and resilience of early creatures like Doriaspis. Its bony armor protected it from predators. This armor was not just a defensive mechanism. It also played a role in the fish's buoyancy and overall stability in the water. Its streamlined body allowed it to move quickly through the water. This agility was crucial for escaping predators and hunting for food, ensuring its survival in a competitive environment. Doriaspis's interactions with other marine life were complex and varied. It played a role in the food chain both as a predator and prey, contributing to the balance of its ecosystem. Fossils of Doriaspis provide valuable insights into the early stages of vertebrate evolution. Paleontologists study these remains to understand the physical characteristics and behaviors of these ancient fish. The legacy of Doriaspis is evident in the evolutionary tree of life. Its existence paved the way for the emergence of diverse species, each contributing to the rich tapestry of life on Earth. Today, the descendants of these early vertebrates thrive in oceans around the world. The story of Doriaspis reminds us of the incredible journey of life, from its humble beginnings to the complex ecosystems we see today. The oceans of the dinosaur era were full of incredible creatures. These vast, mysterious waters were home to some of the most fascinating and fearsome reptiles that ever lived. From the gigantic Mosasaurus to the smaller yet equally intriguing Mesosaurus, these marine reptiles ruled the seas for millions of years. Their adaptations to the aquatic environment were nothing short of extraordinary, allowing them to thrive in a world that was as dangerous as it was beautiful. Mosasaurus was one of the largest marine reptiles to have ever existed. This colossal predator could grow up to 50 feet in length, making it a true giant of the ancient seas. Its sheer size and power made it a dominant force in its ecosystem, capable of taking down almost any prey it encountered. It was a marine reptile that lived around 70 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. This was a time when the Earth was very different from today, with higher sea levels and warmer global temperatures. The oceans were teeming with life, and Mosasaurus was one of the top predators in this vibrant, dynamic environment. Mosasaurus had a long, streamlined body and powerful flippers, which made it an incredibly efficient swimmer. Its body was perfectly adapted for life in the water, allowing it to move with speed and agility. These adaptations were crucial for hunting, as Mosasaurus needed to be able to chase down fast-moving prey in the open ocean. It was a fearsome predator, feeding on fish, squid, and even other marine reptiles. Its jaws were lined with sharp conical teeth that were perfect for gripping and tearing flesh. This made Mosasaurus a highly effective hunter, capable of taking down a wide variety of prey. Its diet was diverse, reflecting the rich and varied ecosystem in which it lived. Its fossils have been found all over the world, from North America to Europe and beyond. These fossils provide valuable insights into the life and times of this incredible creature. They tell us about its anatomy, its behavior, and the environment in which it lived. Each fossil is a piece of the puzzle, helping us to build a picture of what life was like in the ancient seas. Mesosaurus was another marine reptile from a much earlier time. Unlike Mosasaurus, which lived during the late Cretaceous, Mesosaurus lived during the early Permian period, around 290 million years ago. This makes it one of the earliest known marine reptiles, and its existence provides important clues about the evolution of life in the oceans. This creature lived about 290 million years ago in a world that was very different from the one inhabited by Mosasaurus. The early Permian period was a time of significant geological and climatic change, with the formation of the supercontinent Pangaea and the development of extensive glaciations. Despite these challenges, Mesosaurus thrived in its aquatic environment. It was much smaller than Mosasaurus, with an average length of about 3 feet. Despite its smaller size, Mesosaurus was well adapted to its environment. Its long, slender body and paddle-like limbs made it an efficient swimmer, capable of navigating the waters with ease. Its size and shape were perfectly suited to its lifestyle, allowing it to thrive in the ancient seas. Mesosaurus had a long neck and tail, and its limbs were paddle-like. These features were well suited to its aquatic lifestyle, allowing it to move gracefully through the water. Its long neck may have been used to catch small prey, while its paddle-like limbs helped it to steer and maneuver. These adaptations highlight the incredible diversity of life in the ancient oceans. It was likely one of the first reptiles to return to the water, marking an important step in the evolution of marine life. This transition from land to water required significant adaptations, including changes in anatomy and behavior. Mesosaurus represents a key stage in this evolutionary process, providing valuable insights into how reptiles adapted to life in the oceans. Its fossils provide evidence for continental drift, as they have been found in both South America and Africa. This distribution suggests that these continents were once connected, supporting the theory of plate tectonics. The study of Mesosaurus fossils has therefore contributed to our understanding of the Earth's geological history, as well as the evolution of life on our planet. Millions of years after the dinosaurs disappeared, a new kind of giant terrorized South America. Phorus rhacos was a flightless bird that stood over 8 feet tall. Phorus rhacos had powerful legs and a massive hooked beak. It was a formidable predator, capable of chasing down and killing large prey. This bird was a swift runner and a fierce hunter. With a wingspan rivaling a small aeroplane, Argentinosaurus was one of the largest flying birds ever to exist. This magnificent creature soared over Argentina about 6 million years ago. Argentinosaurus likely relied on thermals, rising columns of warm air, to stay aloft. It may have been a scavenger like a giant condor. Its size and power would have made it a formidable force in the sky. Platybelodon lived about 15 million years ago. It had a unique feature, a long, flattened lower jaw that resembled a shovel. This bizarre-looking creature was related to elephants. It used its shovel-like jaw to scoop up water plants and roots. Platybelodon is a reminder that evolution can produce some truly strange and wonderful creatures.